of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call.
Holland,
Yes.
Linius,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Here.
Hill,
Yes.
Schoenbach,
Yes.
Grover,
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Okay, approve the agenda. Did you want to make a change on that one?
Yes, we need to pull item 10 under resolutions.
We're making it shorter.
I'm shortening it up.
You've undone your comment from before now. Okay, with that change made, I'll take a motion to approve the agenda.
Yeah.
Danny?
Second.
Okay, Dustin? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right, public comment. We don't have anybody down for public comment, so we'll move on to accept and approve the consent agenda that approves the following. The minutes of the November 24th, 2014 regular meeting, financial statements for the month of November, the Independence Volunteer Fire Department financial statements for the month of November, fund the REAP planning process with a $1,000 contribution.
So moved.
Okay, John?
Second.
Austin? All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. All right, petitions from the public. Mr. Lake.
Thank you. George Lake, Director of Buchanan County Economic Development. As I've said before, I'll try and get before you at least 4 times a year, just give you a general update on economic development activities within the county. And you were provided some information in your packet. And there's a sheet that says operational review. If you could look at that, please.
That should be on your dais.
Yeah. Okay, I'm certainly not going to read over this, but I thought it'd be important that I just touch base on the core areas of responsibility that our Board of Directors has taken. And you may or may not know that the Board of Directors is comprised mainly of the mayors of the county. And Mike Laney is one of the council members. There are 2 of the cities that have council members that represent them. But on that first paragraph says primary mission. The sentence I want to pull out of that is that the second sentence, the organization will rely on trusting relationships to unite the communities of Buchanan County. And that's what we're working at doing, from the standpoint of Buchanan County economic development. In today's day and age, we cannot stand alone as a single community, as a single entity. And one of the things, and I'm jumping ahead of myself a little bit, this colored brochure that I have here, is that when we, first and foremost, our primary responsibility is existing businesses, and I'll drop back to them. But at the same time, if we can bring in new business into the county to stimulate the economy, to attract new people living in here, to grow our schools and grow our economic base, that is what we would like to do. And the days of individual communities competing in the world stage are gone. The days of individual counties competing are gone. And so for us to grow our region, our communities, we have to grow our region. We're part of the Cedar Valley region of economic development. And this is one example of a regional brochure that we put out. Now, going back to your operational review, if you look down on the section where it says attraction of new business and commercial industries, what we try and do is work as a region. A major way that we do this is that, for instance, in late February, I'm going to be going down to Atlanta, Georgia with my counterparts from Grundy County, Bramer County, and I believe it's going to be Chickasaw And the four of us, we have 16 different meetings lined up with professional site developers. And so the way major companies look at expanding is they don't go out and look for a site, they hire professional site developers. And to get on their radar screen, we've got 2-hour meetings lined up with each of these individuals that we're going to go down and promote the region. Once we get them to look at the Cedar Valley region, then we can get them to look at Independence in Buchanan County. So when you support Buchanan County economic development, these are some of the things that you're doing. Now looking at that same section, attraction and new business and commercial industry, our region just secured a $42,500 grant to help promote and market the region. Now to get that, we had to provide a dollar-for-dollar match for that. So for the next 2 years, we've got $42,000 to help us grow the region. And it helps pay for the trips that we're doing. We're redoing our website. We're going to create a number of new promotional information like this. So our focus is to indeed try and grow the region through new business. Now I'd like to jump up to that first paragraph. On the back side of your sheet here, Buchanan County Economic Development is sponsoring a leadership development forum. It's a program. It's going to be an 8-week session. And on there, I've got the curriculum listed. We'll be doing things like project management. How do you organize and run a meeting? How do you recruit and train volunteers? How do you keep volunteers? And so what this program is we recognize that if we want to grow our communities, it has to be from the ground level up. And so it's going to be $150 for this 8-week session. A similar session that I was involved with down in Marion was $350. And so we've recruited some very good instructors to lead this, and we've kept the price down. Now, something that I would suggest to the city council here is that you may want to consider sponsoring 1 or 2 people, council members or employees within your community or that are working for the city to take this leadership program. It would be well worth it. I'll be sending out registration information a little bit later this week. Okay, getting back to this, it's the ranked areas, growth of existing in commercial businesses. One thing that we do, we have a revolving loan fund. We've made loans to 16 Buchanan County businesses. Majority of them are from Independence. And so if a company is expanding, we can make a low-interest loan for them. For attraction and development of a qualified workforce, last month we sponsored a career fair. We had 16 companies attend. We had 94 individuals sign up to attend. We had a number who did not sign up or register because they didn't want their bosses to know that they were looking for a job. It was very successful. We will be holding another one next year, possibly even 2. We'll see how that goes. We're going to be sponsoring a welding class out at Hawkeye Center here in Independence. We met with folks from Hawkeye Community College last week, and we're meeting again next week to put tie up some of the details. Once again, welders, machine repair people, these are in crucial demand. We're fortunate we have a Hawkeye Center here in Independence, and we're going to serve as a catalyst to try and get some more of those kind of classes here in Buchanan County. Another thing, and I know, Mike, you got deer's skin, so we'll keep it going here. It's, anyway, one of the things that we do, Buchanan County Economic Development sponsors a labor shed study. And the labor shed study, what it does, it looks at the workforce in Buchanan County and the surrounding areas. And what this does, it tells folks that work, the employers in Buchanan County, where their workforce is. More importantly, or equally important, for companies that are looking at expanding, they'll say, well, you've got land available in Buchanan County, but what kind of a workforce? Well, the fact we have 6,000 people that live in Buchanan County work someplace else is a huge benefit for us. But this breaks down the skill level of those workers. And on the back side, it lists what the wage rates are for these folks. And I know Mr. Roeder will back me up on this, is that when companies are looking to expand, there are 2 things that they look for. These are the absolute giveaways, whether they're going to locate in some place or not. Is there a place where they can build? I mean, build starting next month, not 2 years down the road. You know, these towns that have a cornfield, you know, builds pretty good industrial park, hoping that someone's gonna land in that. That's not gonna happen. We've got buildable ground in Independence. We have a workforce in Independence. We just crossed the first hurdle on getting someone to look at Independence. We sponsor this. We are in the process of putting together, getting a request from the Department of Economic Development to do a new workforce review for our county, because it's been 3 or 4 years since we've last had one. Okay, and that's my dog and pony show. Mike, was I fast enough for you?
You did great.
Do you have any questions? You know, it's from the standpoint of there's a lot of good things going on in the county. We've got very good leadership from our board of directors, and we appreciate you sponsoring Buchanan County Economic Development. And we're always open to ideas. Let Mike know, and he'll bring those ideas to our board meeting.
Any questions?
Thanks, folks.
Okay, thank you, George.
Thank you.
Okay, Jonathan Walter.